Hi everyone, Angel Confetti here from the Vibe channel. It's April 17th, 2018, and I'm here with our weekly blog. I wanted to share something really special with you today, and it's not what I planned on initially sharing with you. Since we just recently launched the new online community, I've had several ideas in mind that I wanted to write about for the first few weeks of the blog. But Spirit had a different thing in mind, and it was gifted to me today through a client, basically, because I went to do a reading for a client today that was supposed to be in the form of a card reading, but after I do the initial cards, I read the messages in the book, and then I also receive an intuitive message that I channel directly from her spirit guides. And while I was listening to this phenomenal message for this lady, I realized Spirit was also telling me that this is the perfect message for so many of us out there right now. The collective has thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that need to hear this message today. And it will be so instrumental and helpful for people this week, next week, and in the coming weeks as they come across the blog. So Spirit really encouraged me to make this the actual topic of my blog for the week. So I'm hoping that everyone can find something in this message that resonates with them, that makes sense, that can help guide them, help them, support them, and help them heal. And this particular person is really struggling with a lot of adversity, a lot of challenges, a lot of health problems. And with all that, so comes a lot of emotions, including depression, questioning your life, what your purpose is for, why you're still here, if you really want to be here or not. I know so many of us have gone through this in their lifetime. I know that I have, and I'm grateful that I'm in a better place now. But that doesn't mean that I don't still have days like this where I really just question everything. So Spirit just really wanted to encourage her and light a fire under her to make the necessary changes and inspire her to do what she needs to do to make life the way she wants it right now. And I just thought it very inspiring. So you're going to need to excuse my glasses because this is long enough that I need to read it. But I really hope it helps you. And it will be typed in a blog form on the vibechannel.com blog. So if you do like it or want to share it with anybody, please go to that blog page and you can print it out or share it from there. But please print it and save it and reread it as many times as you need, because I think that Spirit was right on here with things that we need to hear quite frequently to give us that little boost to know it's okay to keep going and why we need to keep going. So here we are, this week's blog. After reading you your messages, your spirit team told me to also add that they need you to stand up for, stand true to what you know, what you believe, and who you truly are. You are a spectacular being, created by God and of God for this universe. You have an incredible amount of love and gifts to offer this world at this pivotal time, and the world needs you to shine your light and be the you that you are now more than ever. They know this isn't easy. You've been given a heavy burden to carry. Part of that is what's in disguise and actually a blessing. Some of your hardest challenges will be what truly helps you to appreciate and help the world in a huge way. And you've been given those challenges partly because of how incredibly strong and powerful you are, and that you chose this path for yourself knowing that you are strong enough to handle it. You also knew that you were being supported by a whole wealth of loving beings that would guide you and protect you. That's in spirit and in the living. Everything that you are going through now and in the past was for a reason. It's not all for nothing. You are growing, you're learning, and you're strengthening every day, even though it may feel just like the opposite. They want you to know that what may feel like the impossible is very possible for you, and that you should never give up hope that you have and can have the life that you desire. But you need to know that we are all given free will. and the only will that you have any control over is your own. So you must recognize that you cannot make people around you and in your life make the right choices for you and for themselves. You cannot change someone if they don't want to change. But you can do all of those things for yourself. And you must understand that ultimately you are the only person that is going to have to live out the consequences of your decisions. Your spirit team wants you to envision for yourself the exact life that you desire. Then ask yourself, what would it take to obtain it and know that it's definitely possible? Ask God and your team to help support you in that vision and to help make it become a reality, and they will. But you must be the one to actually make the necessary move to make it all real. They want you to know that it's time to do an inventory of what people, places, and things are in your life. And are they in alignment with your vision of a happy life? It can help to sit down and write this out to be able to see the bigger picture. What people, places, and things could be holding you back from obtaining that life for yourself? Then ask yourself, what do you want more? Those people, places, or things, or that happy life? It is time to seriously consider if those people, places, and things are supportive or want to stand in the way of your happiness. What are they contributing to? Happiness? If they are supportive, then they can be part of the process and your new life. But if they are not, then you need to really consider how they are and what they are contributing to you right now. How happy are you right now with them in your life? Now compare that picture to the picture of your dream life. Are they even close? Are those people, places, and things going to help make that dream life possible, or will they hinder you and stand in your way? Because remember, you cannot control those things. You cannot make those people choose what you want them to choose, or think like you want them to think, or change them to fit into your picture-perfect life. If they are not wanting or contributing to the same vision, then inevitably keeping them in the picture will interfere with your future happiness and the ability to obtain it. Your spirit team says that you should not be deciding whether you want to live or not, but you should be deciding on what type of life you want for yourself and how are you going to get it. As hard as it may be, your team wants to encourage you to weigh these difficult decisions because they want to see you truly living life to the fullest and enjoying it. Do you remember when you were younger and had so much hope for your whole life, the type of life you wanted to build for yourself, and the dreams and goals that you wanted to achieve? It seemed possible then, didn't it? Life was a blank slate. You were a teenager or a young adult, you were just coming of age, and you had every opportunity at your fingertips, or you were bound and determined to make a way for it, right? You could write it all how you wanted it. Well, that never changed. You just thought it did. You allowed the weight of the things that have happened in your life to actually lie to you and convince you that life is already written and cannot be changed now. There is nothing that cannot change. Nothing. Even the things that seem completely out of your control right now can still change. While you may not have control over every situation in your life, you do have control over how you decide to respond to it and how you perceive it. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to take it lying down? I don't think that's what your soul had in mind when it agreed to go through these experiences so that you could learn the valuable life lessons that you chose to learn. Spirit doesn't begin to try and discredit what you're feeling and what you've been through, though. They understand. They're not saying that it's easy, but they're saying that you are stronger than you know. And with your help, with their help, anything is possible. but only if you rid your current life of those things that aren't in alignment with that future life that you want for yourself. Sorry to say it, but it's inventory time. It's okay if you decide to keep those things in your life. That's your choice. Just know then that you have chosen to live that particular life. And you will be the one to live with those choices and consequences. And if that's what you want, then own it. Enjoy it. Don't complain about it. Don't blame it on other things. Know that it was a hard decision, but you chose to stay with this path. And that's okay. So keep, stay, or throw away. It's completely up to you. But know that you do have the choice. Once you make the hard decisions to get rid of the clutter and the largest obstacles, you open up and make room for the true abundance. You clear a spot for the gifts from the universe that will truly fulfill you and make your new life possible. Until then, your life is currently full of things that aren't supporting you, and there is no room for the universe to send you the support from the people, new people, places, and things that you truly need to manifest your happiness. So whether it be an apartment or a piece of land that you're holding on to for some reason, whether it be sentimental items, household items, or too many pets that you've been hoarding, whether it be an old friendship that no longer feeds you and only drains you, or a family member that brings you down instead of lifting you up. It's all up to you to decide what needs to go and what can stay. But remember that these choices will sculpt your tomorrow and what's in it. And Spirit and the universe can only support you if you truly support yourself. They will not interfere with what you want or choose, and they will not tell you what to do. They only offer guidance. But they are cheering for you, and they know that you are here to do great things. You truly are a gifted soul that can help so many people. If your life and your choices in alignment with that right now, supporting that plan for you to offer those gifts to the world, to others, and help others, and to achieve amazing things that you can be proud of? If not, then it's time to figure out what it is that you truly want and how to make it happen. Whatever you decide, they can live with it. Can you? You are truly loved and have been given the opportunity to be here, still living and breathing, despite everything you've been through. You're still here so you can take a chance and really do something great with your life now. It's time. It's time. Not to give up, but to fight. Fight for you and the life that you deserve. Fight for all those people out there that need you. And it's time to finally live. But it's all up to you. Then in conclusion, my behalf, I say, wow, what a truly powerful message. It's incredible. I mean, I felt invigorated after receiving that. And I know that may not have been easy to hear for some people, but while I was hearing it and typing it, I was also thinking, oh, people are going to say, how? How? I know I did. Like, you're going to question the hows. How do I make it happen? Okay, I can sit down and write out what I want for my life and the perfect dream life, but then how do I make it happen? You may be able to understand the message, but when you've been down as long as you have and been through what you have, it's easy to think, oh, it's not really possible. If it was, I would have done it by now. I would have received everything that I needed to make it possible. I wouldn't have all these new obstacles constantly coming in the way. Or you'd say, I have to deal with this or that, this person, that situation. It's easy to immediately see all of the mountainous obstacles that you see standing in your way and doubt how your dreams could become a reality. But I personally can add to this by saying that in the last couple of years, I've been learning this lesson firsthand. I too have been through a lot of adversity, serious health problems, a lot of loss and trauma. But all of those things, all those things didn't hold me back any longer. They did for quite a few years, I have to be honest. But as long as I sit there and keep questioning all of those things, as long as I sat there and kept questioning them, I never moved. For almost 18, 19 years, I sat stuck in the same life cycle. Unhappy, miserable, questioning why, how, is this really how it's going to be for the rest of my life? I never moved. I never could take that leap of faith needed to truly make things happen. And it took me a long time to realize that only I could make it happen. I was sitting around waiting for God to make it happen, friends and family to make it happen, things to just fall into my lap. And while, yes, God will make things happen for you, you have to be the one to make the choice, to make the move for it to be able to happen. No one's going to do it for you. But once I finally decided I was fed up and I wanted more, I began to trust and take some chances. And I began to see firsthand how once you choose to help yourself to manifest your new life, God, the universe, and spirit, they all get to see that you really do want this. You're not just saying it, because any of us can say it, right? We can all say we want a better life, we want to start loving life again, we're not happy, we want this, we want that. But what are we willing to do for it? And unless we show them that we really want it, they don't know, and they won't really move to help us if we aren't willing to move as well. Then once they see that you're willing to take that leap, you're willing to move, then they begin to send you the very things that you need to make it happen. Sometimes one at a time, sometimes multiple things, but they can't do it until they see that you really want it and are willing to make the necessary changes. My life is still difficult at times, but it is totally better than it just was a year ago, way better than it was 2 years ago. And I'm so much happier and have so much more faith and trust now because I have seen the laws of attraction at work and that I really can manifest the life that I want for myself. And I haven't achieved it all yet, but I am on that road and seeing progress every day. Now it's up to you. If you want to take that giant leap or you want to take baby steps. But what's really important is that you just start moving forward and don't stop. The size of the steps aren't what matters. It's the forward action that keeps you moving towards your ultimate goal, your final destination. You cannot reach your ultimate destination if you never get in and start the car. And you definitely can't get there by driving in reverse. And remember, that rear view mirror, that's for checking to make sure you don't make mistakes again. So it's okay to look behind you occasionally. But if you put too much focus on that and what's behind you, you'll miss the exit completely or drive right off the path. You will hit speed bumps and potholes along the way. That's just life, part of the process, and how you learn your important lessons. But as long as you keep it in drive with your eyes on the road, straight ahead as much as possible, you will make it. You get to set the speed limit, and when you give it gas. But remember, bringing along too much baggage will only weigh the car down, and it increases your chances of having a blowout. And it's really hard on the tires, the whole car, and extremely hard on the gas mileage. So pack lightly and pick up what you need along the way, and trust that most will be given to you. And it's not always going to be an easy journey, but the final destination is truly heaven on earth. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'd love to hear your comments. Please don't hesitate to leave a comment. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear those as well. Until then, you can read last week's blog, but please check back next week to see what we have to say. We have some great things lined up for the near future, and I have no doubt that the universe is behind us 100%, and we are throttling it full force straight ahead into our amazing future. So come along with us for the ride, all right? Until then, I love you all. As always, namaste.